All right, thanks for staying tuned to the program this morning on ITV on independent television. I told you that we're going to be having the relief package, stimulus package, if you like, that the Edo State government has started dispersing to various people in communities in Edo State. And of course, we've also also understand that reactions have also thrilled, all that. Some have said that there seems to be a not too clear situation with the way the packages are being given out. Well, we have Mr. Paul Ohombamu here this morning, who is the Commissioner for Communication and Orientation in Edo State. So welcome to the program this morning on ITV.
Good morning.
Yeah, and we also have Honorable Desmond Uwo, one-time Ego local government chairman and also one-time vice chairman of Ego local government. He's a political analyst, a public affairs analyst, and for that matter. But for the purpose of this discussion, I will just take him as a public affairs analyst.
Thank you.
Honorable Desmond, you're welcome to
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Honorable Commissioner, I'll start with you. What is really the status quo as it relates to these packages we're talking about? Reactions here and there that the packages are not being fairly shared.
Thank you very much. I think, first of all, you told us status quo. The status quo is that what the governor has said, he has accomplished his promise. The 90,000 items of relief materials bought and distributed, and of course it was well thought out. But it is not, the government made it clear, that it is devoid of politics. And because of that, the receptacles, those to receive these items for distribution are not politicians.
Okay.
Where many people, respected leaders in communities, traditional rulers, religious leaders, heads of orphanages and widowhood, old children, old people's homes, inmates of the prisons, and the rest. These are the things meant for the poorest of the poor, vulnerable in this category. So I think first and foremost we must talk first of the general intent for bringing out this relief is to mitigate the hardship this period. Not of those who are the haves, but for those who are the haves not. And when we talk of have not, it's a question of degree. Those who cannot, who are really depressed in the extreme, even before now by reason of macroeconomic imbalance. But it is even worse now. So this one cannot bring back equilibrium, but it will give self-relief to people. But it is classified those who should be given. There are complaints here and there. Obviously, you cannot attain 100%. But the intention is demand.
Okay. Now,
it is not intended to be embezzled or diverted. And substantial compliance has been achieved in the distribution.
Yeah, when you talk about classified on who to be given now, we're going to look at the indices that the government has come up with to know who and who are really classified under which categories that get what and should not get what. Now, you said, distributed. Does that suggest in any manner that the exercise is done with or is ongoing?
The first phase.
Okay, it's the first phase. Okay, the first phase is still ongoing.
Yes.
All right. Because we need to emphasize that so that...
I said it even the day we received that first batch. Okay. That is the first phase of 90,000. So the intention is to capture over 150,000 homes.
Okay.
First instance, why continuously we'll be reviewing and doing all that. Because government cannot take care of everybody.
Okay.
And that's why you have selected categories. Now, criticisms here and there. But this is the time we should have shared responsibility. Not criticizing, bringing politics into it. It is the intention that makes demand. We know, stay at home. Okay, there are some persons who will stay at home and the effect will be monumental on them. So people who earn salary, who have means of livelihood ordinarily, certainly the former employment people, their salaries are still on. But you know that over 90% of employment in this area, even in Africa, is informal. And when you talk of informal employment, it has its own disadvantages. For example, the informal worker lacks certain benefits. Of course, no health insurance, no unemployment benefits or insurance, and no paid leave. All these things are there. So they make up the major bulk. And in terms of businesses, the drivers of the growth of economy in this part, they are largely the small and medium-sized enterprises. They make up up to 90% of the business.
Okay.
So this is what has informed the governor that it becomes very difficult for him to issue total lockdown directive.
Yeah, Honorable Desmond Ugbo, you are a public affairs analyst, and you may have seen, or you are still seeing what is going on as it relates to these relief packages. What are your immediate concerns? And
thank you. My concern is about the Jolites, the people, especially those that we now refer as the vulnerable, those that are worst hit by this sit-at-home order by government. And the idea, ab initio, by government is to ensure that this coronavirus does not spread so quickly. And talking about these economic stimulus packages that the government rolled out for the people, at least to cushion, to ameliorate their hardship. If you look at it, being that he just mentioned that is the first phase of its
of the exercise.
Yes, and I would want to at that point, because this is not the point. This is not the period of criticizing. And if there is any criticism, it has to be constructive, not the destructive type of criticism. And if there are observed abnormalities in the mode of distribution, if there are observed discrepancies in the mode of distribution, they should be noted down so that in the second phase it should be corrected. Like the one I just picked from his statement when he said inmates were provided for. I know that ordinarily, statutorily,
you make correctional centers image.
They have provisions. Government provide for their welfare.
Statutorily.
So they have been asked to sit down, to remain in isolation for the sins they committed. Ordinarily, the government provided for them. So giving it to inmates or those at the correctional center, to me, is a misplaced priority. It should have been given to others. And that I also watch the people sharing it. Some of them may have done a shoddy job. Yes, you can't take it away from such largesse like that. To be candid, the government has good intention. So also we have good-spirited individuals who have put their resources together to assist government in doing this. Government can't do everything, can't do everything. And I am also using this opportunity to call on the government now to assemble our sons and daughters who God has blessed in their different field of endeavors, to put resources together to assist government. And when you are assisting government, you are assisting yourself, because government is there to provide for the people. And the directive so far given as regard the wearing of face mask, the sit at home, and other measures, all these are safety measures designed to ensure that the coronavirus does not escalate. And those that have it now, they must have one or two persons they have interacted with. And that is where I'm calling on government to do a thorough contact tracing. Because a lot of people that have been infested with this coronavirus are there also giving out to others. So once we do this contact tracing and couple with the economic stimulus that will make people to sit at home, not to escalate the virus, then we are good to go. Then for me, I think Edo State didn't come out early enough, but there is no amount of delay that would have kept Edo State before now. But now they have come out. They should step up their game, and make sure that the second phase, all the observed abnormalities from the first phase should be corrected. And yes, the modus operandi of sharing this food stuff were targeted at those traditional rulers, those clergy, those community heads of John Wores and the rest of them. And yes, these are directly to the people. To the people, because Ojo Wore must have a domain, Noge must have a domain, and these churches must have membership. All these are certain areas that I'm sure the government look in sharing these like this. But they should also harness some other areas to ensure that everybody is touched.
Okay. Now, just to let our viewers out there know, we have a WhatsApp number and also an SMS number, a call-in number also, 052-290-573 for the call-in number, 052-290-573. It's going to be on the screen so that you can call and make your reactions. For the WhatsApp or SMS, you can do that to 08024645409. Honorable Commissioner, let me come to what he just said. He talked about, you made mention of giving some of these packages to correctional inmates. Now, statutorily, you and I know that these inmates, they have their statutory provision as provided for by the Constitution. So for us to have these same relief packages going to them at this time, is it not a misplaced priority?
Yes, I was coming to that. The controller of the prisons in the state is part of the COVID-19 committee.
The state task force?
Yes, or the committee headed by the governor of the state.
Yeah.
And it's basically demanded for that because everything had broken down irretrievably in terms of the normal course of events. You know, he even pleaded with the chief judge that they should try as much as possible not to, remand anyone this period.
Okay.
So these are, trying times like this and difficult periods. The normal flow of activities cannot be the way it is. So it's basically acts, and this is why they are added.
Okay.
So it's not question of the normal course of event. Yes, they are entitled statutorily. Statutorily, there are certain things that have to be done. That is due process we are talking about.
Normal process.
Yes, but now it's an emergency crisis period. It's necessary process we are not talking about, and that is precisely what we are doing. So they are also captured. Ordinarily, the normal course of event. Churches, they have welfare scheme. They collect welfare dues offering every Sunday where they come out to take care of the needy in the church. So they also know those who are depressed by socioeconomic formation, those who are driven to desperate solution by macroeconomic imbalance, those who are really the poorest of the poor. So handing over to them to give to these same people, I think we are touching and reaching the real target.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you two questions in one. Now, first and foremost, you said that this is the first phase. I want to know, this first phase, does it cut across the three senatorial districts in those states? And secondly, I don't know, because some of the reactions we are getting, I don't know if you guys, have formed a kind of a mechanism, a feedback mechanism to really know if these things actually get to people that are in need. Now, somebody said that one of the persons you have mandated to share these things, went to a particular place and he identified a particular woman that, no, you are a PDP woman, you didn't vote for us, so you won't get this. Now, do you have any mechanism to kind of feedback mechanism to know that these things go to the actual people?
Thank you very much. I'm sure that information you got from social media, not conventional outfit, who said that this one is PDP, because even in several local governments, including Ego, where I'm from, PDP opposition parties were invited not to partake in taking it, but to see those, so that they tell their members who fall within this category to go to those houses. So the thing is clear now. Civil society groups, members of civil, they were all there. We must be very careful. For example, yesterday it was ITV that now clarified the rumor that came out from the news we gathered through social media, where they said certain items were diverted in Igweben and the rest, and that almost set cock and hoop. People were beginning to ask questions. But yesterday we discovered it was not diverted. The things were there intact. The chairman came out, when you broadcast your news yesterday, it was clear. That's why I must tell Nigerians to be very careful. Apart from media, conventional media that is regulated by the NBC, most of the things you get from social media are just, things to stir uprising, and they are information, because they are very good at the bastardization of information and dissemination. Of course, there are no ethos or creed guiding them. This also explains why Wole Soyinka, in his book, in his anti-penultimate book, Inter-Invention, he refers to social media as a promiscuous facilitator. So we have to be careful what we get from there. But when it's coming from conventional, because we normally, when news come, concerning anything, you want to get the other side to balance it. In social media, it comes, it's like half truth. And you just surprise you are holding on to the wrong half. That's why we must be careful. I'm telling you, Edo people and Nigerians.
Okay. Now, do we have any kind of something like financial package too? Some states, some people are saying that some state governors have begun to give some financial package. Is Edo State looking at that?
That one is not process that can deepen fraud.
Okay.
Even more than this stimulus. This when you say financial, oh, do you that was the great mistake in trying to carry out social investment program, which this trader money issue is doing. PDP tried it. Their Shopee, that subsidy reinvestment, and you know that many people became wealthy as a result of that. They just write lists, and you discover that this present social investment program they are doing, trader money and the rest, the president just announced that additional 1 million homes should be put in. It is stratified and it is well structured. He said this week they will give me the whole thing so that he can approve. So it's not just done out of purpose. It is done, so it is not a miss. This whole thing is not a means to accumulating wealth primitively. It is to get to the people. If you are giving money, paid money in your account, it is to buy items, food items, obviously.
Okay.
Because if you look at Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this is the first one, food, what you put on your table to eat. So invariably, you want money, unless you want it to reside there, which is a bourgeois reasoning. I don't think that's the reason. You to get it to buy, and the food is presented. So what other thing are you talking about?
Yeah, somebody also said that imagine a situation whereby you give a pack or a carton of Indomie to an aged person. Take, for example, a 70-year-old man, you give him a carton or a packet of Indomie. What relevance has that got to do with him?
I don't think, because some of the areas I also investigated, they gave rice to the aged and the rest. But this may just be one-off thing if it really happened. No, somebody say, okay, they gave to
an aged too. I saw two with a
maybe
he doesn't need it.
Maybe they wanted to give to children around.
That is where
yes.
Now, should talk to those who are distributing
and this one, let him
it properly.
Yes, maybe that one is. You know, the governor has applied wisdom in this. He's a wise person, and when you don't put your wisdom to use, then you will be giving room to accidental evils. These are part of the issues, you know. And at that stage, you blame those who are the real receptacles of these things now sharing. It is not the government fault, but we will look into that to give direct, especially with the second phase, so that this thing will get linked to the people intended and the actual item that can nourish their body, because it should not become a case of, what the English playwright Christopher Marlowe said, what nourishes me kills me. What we will give to them should not kill them.
All right, this phase distribution you are talking about now, when is the first phase going to end, and the second phase, when is it going to begin?
Thank you. This first phase, obviously this week it will end. Okay. I think machinery are ground to ensure the support. This is continuous. You know, it's not until we target that number of families, homes.
The 150,000.
Over, even if we can exceed. It's like when the governor said, I will provide 200,000 jobs. We are, obviously, we will exceed that number. It's a conservative estimate to get 150,000 homes, but we will exceed that number.
Are you guys trying to look out of the box? Take, for example, the PDP chairman yesterday reacted,
yes.
And he said, he actually gave a suggestion that the state government would have try to, if possibly, start doing tests on citizens, on Edulites, because COVID-19 is something that you can't really predict. You won't know who and who has it. So, are you seeing any light in that suggestion?
Thank you very much. The suggestion lays with some political tendencies. Edo State government has failed Edo people by not locking down. Edo State government has refused to carry out tests. But those are not, just as he said, this is not the time for destructive criticism, where it is, we call on people now to carry out shared responsibility. After all, PDP is a party, APC is a party. The National Working Committee of the party donated and gave food items to
200 bags of
yes, to the
IDPs.
To the IDPs. What is PDP doing? Is it only to criticize? And in any case, will PDP have done this better? We have seen politics of illusion. We have seen arrogance of power in the past. We have seen trivialization of people's rights. Rights are given on one platform and are breached on another, all by PDP. We have seen the privatization of power and state by one big man with his ethnic jingoist and cabal of crooks. We have seen when PDP even pretended to give jobs to people, create employment. It was a situation of joblessness, from joblessness to lifelessness. They gathered Nigerian youth and they all died in their number.
Well, when you say
the immigration employment. So let me not look at the messenger. Let me look at the message.
Okay.
The very one the chairman said that of course we have 4 testing centers and about 100 training centers in Edo State as we speak.
Yeah.
And the governor also said in his broadcast that within the next 2 weeks, 500, the target is to have tested 500 people, citizens of Edo State. These are intentional. I expect if you want to criticize such, say, make it 700,000, you know, or make it 1 million. Not saying you have done nothing. The intention is straight. 30 ventilators in the state. Health care workers have been trained. Laboratory personnel have been trained.
Okay.
Isolation centers are there. And we have bought drums, different drums in their numbers, shared to local government or sanitizers. What else do you want if it's not just mischief?
Okay, I'll take reactions from Desmond Ugbo now while we begin to allow the calls to come in. Remember, I told you the number 0522905273 is the number you can call, or you can put your SMS on 08024645409, and also drop a message on your WhatsApp on that. Now, Desmond Ugbo, while we are with the calls, you want to react to
Yes,
some
I
of the
was particularly very disturbed seeing an aged man being given a pack of Indomie. And just like as you observed, those that were sent to distribute these relief materials were not alive to their responsibility, because there is one thing that is very important here, that is giving what is due to Peter and what to Paul. And that is exactly what the state government intended to do. But then, you know, a situation where in this poverty radiating situation of our country and even in the world, one will be faced with choice, appropriating what is meant for the people adequately. When he mentioned the issue of cash transfer, which before now is happening in the north, a situation where the federal government locked down Lagos, Ogun State, and Abuja, and money were being shared in other climes, in other place. And that is getting the priority right on the part of the federal government. Suggestions should be made to them so that what you are doing for me without me, it should not be against me. I think the issue of sharing the second phase, state government should this time put pen on paper to itemize those things that are meant for the kids, those things that are meant for the aged, so that at the end of the day, the aged don't end up defecating with the excessive consumption of Indomie, which either is not part of their.
But this one is taken now.
So I think that should be taken into consideration. Then on the issue of a face mask, I think I want to advise that the state government should mass produce reusable face mask in such a manner that will be enough so that when government is not compelling people to adhere strictly to it, then they will have something to talk about. That in the face of this, because we saw Rivers State, Cross River State, and Akwa Ibom mass producing face masks. All these are measured because I'm most concerned about the health of the people.
All right, now let's begin to pick the calls now. 0522905573 is the number is right on the screen. You can call so that you express your worry. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that first call. 0522905573 for the SMS 08024645409. Yes, hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, please, your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Peru.
Okay.
I'm calling
Yes, just go on with your reactions.
Yes, I saw when they were sharing this thing as we say. The things they brought were not much.
Okay.
And you see the situation where they are giving somebody just two indomie. Just two indomie. So and even the food that are also sharing it, they also ordered the things. So I just saw that and I was just watching them. So I think the government should be proactive enough.
Okay.
And they should take it out of party line. Because there's still party line in the sharing of this thing. Those people that are vulnerable in Muse, they don't have it. Also sometimes when they also said it in Oromia, all these are other words too. Bit better than that of Muse. But if we see the same landlords who were not vulnerable, that you are seeing there, the tenants who were vulnerable, they didn't call them.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You made your point. Yes. Hello. 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 Good morning.
Let me show that I clearly want to identify with the opinion of the Honorable Commissioner of Information. And the way amenities were distributed, I strongly believe that there was no effective method of distribution. But however, the more they did the government, the multiple initiatives, and I strongly believe was meaningful. In the way amenities should be done in this society, where you don't have accurate data of citizens and the network system is not as effective as we have known it to be. The issue that the initiative was constructive enough, a lot of persons got it. We are testified to that. The civil society is also called upon to supervise the distribution. I, of course, witnessed one of the Bauca local government, and to the best of my knowledge, this was it's definitely enough to go out to everybody. And most persons who came out to the city guidance, they're not practically vulnerable, but they have no opinion that to keep to them. I'm sure.
Okay.
They have to keep to them.
All right, thank you. You made your point, please. I need to re-emphasize 05229057 is the number for phone calls, Y08024645409 for SMS only. Now, we'll just one call so that some of the issues great. 05229057 Now, before the next call comes in, you heard what that man said, you know, giving item to wrong. Yes, hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Am I speaking to ITV?
Yes, just go on.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, this program they are doing, that's what I record this for.
Yes, go on. You are on.
Okay. What I'm saying is that in Rivers State, I'm sorry for Rivers State,
Okay.
and I know the governor is trying, and I like the way he put the thing. And there is something that is going on, like the churches are sharing things.
That's in
Like
Rivers State.
the churches, like in Anglican Church, that last Sunday they share rice, they share gari, indomie, and this oil. And what is it?
Well, I think that's all we can entertain now on the program. Now, Honorable Commissioner, because of time, you heard what that caller said. He talked about that giving items to the wrong set of people. Commissioner.
That one is a feedback, which we will now, rectify in the next phase, because it is not intended. This is why the governor made it clear that politicians should not be involved. But now you have taken it out of the, ambit of political participation. We are giving it to those who know them. So if they don't give directly to the people who should get, then that will be mischief on the part of the distributor. Okay. But I think these are things we will correct. You don't expect 100% in these things, but from the way they are spoken, oh, but this one got there, they tried there, it means at least about 75-80% have been achieved. Okay. Which means second phase, we will go near 99% out of an impossible 100. Okay. Thank you.
Now, I know people want to know if the position of the speaker now,
yes.
the government.
Yes, the speaker is all right, he's here and hardy, and everybody. The head of the state is strong, and this is why we will together fight and defeat this war. Because we don't, Plato said only the dead have seen the end of war. But the living, in this case, we see the end of this war. Okay. That's why we enjoin people to carry out these three cardinal things. Self-isolation, social distancing, and self-reporting. Okay. That will increase testing. And the number of people tested, and at the end of the day, we'll get the products of our endeavor. Edo State belongs to all. And we must commend those who have complemented efforts of the governor, this first instance. And we enjoin that others should join so that it will be collaboration. Collaboration is one thing that helps matters work effectively. For example, when Caesar, Crassus, and Pompey, they formed the triumvirate to rule Rome from behind. They saw the need to collaborate with Marcus Cicero.
All right, so because of time now.
Yeah. Next time we'll discuss more.
All right. Now, Honorable Desmond, 1 minute.
Well, I just want to advise that Edo State government, the governor, the deputy governor, the commissioners, all their aides should go for testing. Okay. Because the index case started with the government. And, there are public officers that receive visitors.
You're saying that everybody should go for testing?
Yes, from the governor to the SA in the world. And it will trickle down to the local government. Let all the local government functionaries also undergo test. All these, once the table is cleared, they will not go to the people.
And even by extension, maybe former local government.
Yes, I've gone for test. I've gone for test. Okay. So I cannot play with my head.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen.
Head is life.
Thank you. Honorable Commissioner, thanks for coming on the program. And also Desmond.
Thank you very much.
So much. Well, that's a wrap on the discussion segment now. We'll take a short pause now. Other segment will come your way. Please stay tuned.